Welcome back. I was gonna say something else, but I just went with welcome back. So as you saw, I'm doing collections. The next one, I'm wondering. I was about to ask the camera. I was like, "Hey guys, chat. Which binder should I open first? Show you the blue binder or the green binder?" And then I was like, "Wait, they can't respond." So they're both my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna leave my favorite one to the very end, because that one's almost complete. I'm missing very little cards for it. For English, Japanese, I don't know if I'll ever get able to get them all, but it will happen one day. But English, I'm down like to 5, maybe 6 cards. So first, this green binder. This is the back because the front just looks amazing. There isn't a lot of cards on it. Surprisingly, I thought I was gonna have more, but I don't. Must because I got rid of them when I was selling cards and I was running out of money. So as an idiot, I sold some of my higher end cards at the time. Now they're worth around like 900, 3,000. And yeah, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get those cards again, but they were fun to look at, and eventually I'll get there. But I really like this binder just because it's one of my favorite legendaries, and it's Rayquaza. Actually, the first game I ever completed was Pokemon Emerald. I, as a kid, was unable to ever get a Game Boy or an SP or Advance or any type of Game Boy to play a Pokemon game. My cousins did. They either had a SP, Advance, or a Color, or the original. I didn't get a chance for any of that, and they got to play Red, Blue, Yellow, and then Gold, Silver, and Crystal. But they never, from my recollection, they never played Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald. And Emerald was the first emulated Pokemon game I ever played and beat. That got me into playing emulated versions, or ROM hacks of that game. And then other variations like Glazed, Dark Rising, Phoenix Rising, Radical Red, Darkwood, and many other ROM hacks that at this moment I can't remember. Echoes is actually a pretty cool one that I just recently saw. And this is my Rayquaza binder. There isn't a lot of cards. Actually, there's like a page and like a few, but as you can see, I have a few right here. And most of these cards are just cards I've been able to pick up. Like recently I picked up that one. I bought that one from a collection. I already had that one. I purchased that with a box. That was also a collection. And the few others were from Rays that I had already purchased or had in my collection. I think I had that one, bought that one, and that one. Like all of these except for these 3. And I think I have another one over here. Oh yeah, Cynthia's Sea Level X. And I have these because they were loose, so I just put them here for placeholders for now. But also because my last Rayquaza card is from this set. And Rayquaza C Level X. I love that card. I think Cynthia is one of my favorite characters. Even though I never played Platinum, and I don't know if I ever will, I thought that was cool. And yeah, this binder, great. Off of Etsy, I don't know if it was worth the amount I paid for it. Around like $65, but it's cool. I don't always buy dedicated binders for stuff. Actually, that's a lie, I do. But this one was worth it. And my last card, I haven't actually put into the binder yet, is the Shiny Rayquaza from Shine Legends. I actually have the top 3 most expensive cards from that set. This I pulled myself back in the day on the YouTube channel, Reign of Victory. I pulled this card. I don't care if people say, oh, it's not centered because the top is a little bit heavy, but this is a card that will probably never get graded because I want it in the binder. I know this sounds ridiculous for some people, but I sometimes don't want to get cards graded. Like, there's a lot of cards I could get graded. Hell, I have the entire Rumble set. I opened that back when it was $50 for a brand new box. And I still regret to this day that I didn't buy the last 3. But hey, no one knew at the moment that set and Pokemon itself was gonna just go from gradually growing in price to boom, skyrocket out of nowhere and just be able to make millions off of it. No one knew it was gonna happen. But I remember I was gonna master the Shining Legends set. And the only card I have graded from this set, let me show you. Because I also don't want to make the video too short. So it's not just this one. This was actually a pickup. I actually never got to pull this one. I never pulled the Shining Mew. This was actually near mint at a recent store that opened up, or second location, Player Draw. They had this. They had it for a good deal. I think I paid 80 bucks for it. This was amazing because I always wanted to complete Shining Legends, and now I can, technically. I'm missing, I think the next most expensive is the Hyper Rare, or Rainbow Rare, or whatever it's called now, Mewtwo from back in the day. But I got the Shining Mew, and then my only graded card from that set, because the guy who told me, he said, oh, you should get this card graded. He knew it wasn't going to get a 10, but whatever. It sat in my binder forever, and I hunted this card for a very, very long time. If anyone's back in the day, from watching those YouTube videos, you remember when I was hyped to pull this one. The Mewtwo. One of my favorite cards from that set. That card is still beautiful to this day. I don't care what anyone says, like, oh, it's an A. It's like, this card is beautiful. I love this card. I love the artwork. And now that I see it, I can... I'm very OCD, so when things are uneven, it like pisses me off, but I can tolerate it with this one. Mewtwo might not be one of my favorite legendaries, but Mewtwo does get some love when he receives it, and this was one of them. Him getting this artwork from Shining Legends was great because I didn't just open one ETB or like a few products. I opened like, hey guys, sorry about that. I guess the camera overheated. But what I was saying is I pulled this out of just a random box after opening thousands. Actually, if I recall, I pulled this one out of the premium collection box, or the what was the Ho-Oh Legend something Shining Legends box. It was great. I mean, I got this one, and then literally a few episodes later, I pulled the Mewtwo. And I still remember these 2 cards. They're one of my favorites. I know I always wanted to pull the rest, but hey, I'm glad that I have these 2 at least. But yeah, that's it for now. That's all I want to do. Just show you the Rayquaza binder and how it's going. Eventually I will be adding more Rayquazas, and I guess the biggest goal will be getting the gold star. And I don't know if I'll ever reach that point, but I'll let you know. If I ever fill up a page or 2 pages, I'll let you guys know. It's like, hey guys, this is so far. But right now, that's all I have for now. Thank y'all for watching, and until next time.